It's 2026 and you're looking for a skateboarding game to play. First off, don't play this game. Get an emulator or a PS3 or an Xbox 360 and get a copy of Skate 3 if you're a normal, well-adjusted person. Or Skate 2 if you're a true skate rat like myself. Can you stop burping? I'm trying to get a clip, bro.
Can you, like, fucking...
blow it out your ass?
Fucking...
Listen, I know it's absolutely fucking ridiculous, but I was a skater in my youth, before I got this Herculean physique. If you really need proof, here's me ollieing a set of fucking stairs. Hell, how about an ollie? An ollie. A shove it. Frontside 180? Still working on that. And I'm like so heavy. I've literally bent these trucks. Can't skate like I used to. But regardless of what you think, I would like to say I'm somewhat uniquely qualified to critique this game. First off, before we go any further, I'm going to refer to this game as Skate 4 because there's nothing lamer on the planet and more creatively bankrupt, to steal a phrase from Actman, than taking a name that you've already used and just using it again. Man, I love it when they do that. This game is just not good. Did you know that your shop comes with a skateboarding game? Seriously, you think all roads lead back to Rome? Well, guess what? All button presses and challenge completions lead back to the shop. I don't have any footage to show you of this because I deleted it all because I've pretty much given up on playing this game after the first week. But this game did nothing but flash the shop in my face every time I booted it up, every time I leveled up. It was ridiculous. Now let me be clear, I've tried giving this game a chance. But after playing it off and on for months, I've come to the conclusion. Skate 4 feels like a skateboarding game not made by skaters, but weirdly for skaters. How the fuck did that just give me a 4, dude? Like, what the fuck? And I really tried giving Skate 4 a chance. Just to make sure I wasn't crazy, I decided to play Skate 2 on my PS3 emulator, and man, that game is way fucking better than I could have ever expected. First off, the presentation between both games is just night and day. In Skate 2's intro, you have some soulful R&B playing while you're humorously introduced to the world with iconic skaters of the era and years before. Chris Haslam, Jerry Sue, Jason fucking Dill, John Cardiel, you know, all hail Cardiel. I could do this all day. What does Skate 4 do? They cut me by my fucking balls, alright? They cut me by my fucking balls and scored it to Giorgio Moroder's Chase, an absolute fucking banger of a synth pop track. And then in like a minute and a half, it's fucking over. I have been blue-balled by this company for the last fucking time. Because I swear on my life, I swear on my mother, I swear on Jah, on Phoenum, some would say, that the majority of this game's fucking budget went into licensing that track. Because guess what? The playlist for this game is very uninspired. It's all art-ho indie pop that is a far cry from what any other skateboarding game would have had. Like, boot up any skateboarding game and the soundtrack is filled with heat. It makes me not want to play it when I have to hear it. Well, Waylon, you can just turn down the volume. You're right. You can also just turn off the game too and play something better. Not just hit songs, but like deep cuts that even had a music file like myself impressed. For example, Skate 2 had Sam and Dave. They had Sly and the Family Stone. If you're looking for some more deep cuts, they had Irish punk rockers like Stiff Little Fingers. They had fucking Anubis. You don't know about this spiritual funk banger because you've never played this game. And let me be absolutely honest with you. I genuinely believe that if it wasn't for this game having this song in it, it would be lost media because this is the only game I have ever heard this song in. Now let's quit talking about tunes and start talking about gameplay. Admittedly, Skate 4 does feel very fluid, and I'll be the first to say that. You can still get off your board, it's a lot easier to move around on foot, and you can even scale buildings. But why? Call me crazy, this game does not feel like a skateboarding game half the time. It feels like I'm playing Saints Row with skateboards. Fuck it. Skates Row. The thing Skate 2 does better than Skate is simply the responsiveness and feeling of control. In Skate 2, whatever I do with the joystick is reflected in-game on the skateboard. I want to do a no comply? Bam. How about Skate 4? I know this is nitpicking, but why do I automatically do a 180? Why can't I choose whether or not I want to do that? How about a finger flip? Yeah, I can do finger flips in Skate 2. Hell, I can do that in Skate 3 as well. Varials? I can do that too. Skate 4? No, keep in mind, Skate 2 came out in 2008, I think? 2009? This game is almost legally old enough to vote. That's how old this fucking game is. Skate 3 came out in 2010, and they had all this stuff that I am explaining to you. Why the fuck doesn't Skate 4 have this? They don't have any of these tricks? None of them? Every single entry in the Skate franchise did one thing Skate 4 doesn't do. They innovated. They added more tricks. They added more gear to wear. EA, you guys had a golden opportunity to add freestyle tricks to pay homage to guys like Stacy Peralta, Per Wellender, Rodney Mullen. Hell, if it wasn't for Rodney Mullen, you know, this fucking dude, 90% of the flip tricks you see in street skating wouldn't exist. And don't for 1 second think that adding the impossible makes you fucking special. Newsflash, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater had the impossible back in 1999. Skate came out in 2006. They had a 7-year head start before this franchise even existed. That was my one complaint with the Skate franchise in its entirety, was the fact that we didn't have an impossible. And we just so happened to get it in the worst iteration of this game so far. And this is the part that I simply cannot let go. The way they introduce you to the impossible is that it originated in San Vanalona. No, it did not. It takes a literal Google search and about 5 seconds of your time to know where it came from. Especially since you made up some bullshit lore to where it originated with a god-awful challenge to boot. Guess what? The impossible wasn't made by some skater behind a dumpster in San Vanalona. It was made by Rodney Mullen. And on top of that, you guys add new gear to this game, and hardly any of it is name brand shit, and if it is, you're hiding it behind either a paywall or a fucking loot box. And don't give me the excuse that, well, you can just do the challenges in-game and get the in-game currency. No. In Skate 2, if I wanted gear, I did challenges to unlock it and I bought it with money I earned in-game. In Skate 3, if I wanted to unlock any gear I wanted to rep, I had to do challenges to sell more fucking boards. What the fuck are we doing here? But guess what? Not every item is a real-world brand, and most of it is EA-made slop. Is it AI? I don't know, but given EA's reputation for lowering the bar, I don't doubt it.
You know, it only took me opening like 10 of these fucking boxes to finally get it. That's totally okay, right? Oh yeah, thanks for the level up. Thanks for the shit I'm not going to use. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Listen, this manifesto has gone on for too long, and what I'm trying to say is that unlike Skate 4, Skate 1, Skate 2, and Skate 3 all have soul to them. They breathe with life, culture, and a vibe that Skate 4 just doesn't have. And listen, do not for 1 second tell me that this is all right because this game is in early access. This game came out in early access, forcing half-ass decals hidden behind a microtransaction or fucking loot box down our throats, and the majority of this shit isn't even real-world brands. I personally think that microtransactions diminish the overall player experience, and on top of that, they can become very predatory. In my opinion, I should be allowed to earn these items just by playing the game. That's all I'm saying. But what do I know? I've never taken financial advice from Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, we're going there, bud. Because holy shit, to think that this asshole has directly affected where this script was going, but is also the reason why the industry is in the state it's in for the past decade, is fucking insane. So yeah, the lesson to be learned is that if you purchase microtransactions, you support Jeffrey Epstein. Alright, well, if you made it to the end of the video, just want to say thanks for watching. Really appreciate your guys' time. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell while you're at it, share it with your friends, your dead friends, dead relatives. They sell Ouija boards on Temu. They're not that expensive. Join the Patreon. Become a patron today. It's $1 or $5 if you're feeling particularly generous. You get multiple benefits from it. I don't feel like going through all of it. The big one is you get a rolling Discord, early access to videos, credits at the end, obviously, and a big thank you from me. And speaking of that, join the Discord. That don't cost you a penny. It might cost you your ID, your personal information, and a possible data breach depending on how things go in the next month or two. But that's either here or there. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Here's hoping that Aces of Thunder will be an okay game when I play it again.